He's used to being behind the camera, but this week on Britain's Got Talent, 26-year-old Ed Drewett wowed the judges with his own song that he'd written. Now, he's also written hits for One Direction and The Wanted, and also Ollie Murs, but he wants to put his singing talents to the forefront and performed this week for the judges. Here's what happened when I caught up with Ed a little bit earlier.
Hello Ed, my name's Ophelia. Thank you for talking to me.
Hi Ophelia, sorry I'm just finishing off some,
I can smell the chocolate.
Panna chocolate.
Actually smell it, smells lovely.
So good.
Now speaking of so good, your performance on Saturday, now you're known as being a songwriter and singer as well. So how did it feel to be on the other side of the camera? How did it feel? What kind of emotions does that bring up as opposed to the songwriting?
Well, it's the whole reason I'm doing it really, is to have myself heard as an artist that I've always wanted to be. Being up on that stage is just unreal. You know, performing your own music is something that every artist dreams of. And to this day, I still haven't done it to the level that I want it. Never had my own top 10 single. I've never had my own #1. You know, I've never performed at Wembley Stadium, and there are things that I wanted to do as a kid.
Absolutely, and the song Blink, it was such a lovely song, the lyrics were so nice. And you've had, hits, you've co-written on songs with like One Direction and The Wanted. How did that all start for you?
That initially started from me trying to do the artist thing. I signed 2 major record deals and I was dropped twice. But in that time, I wrote a song called All Time Low, and it was initially meant to be for me. But my label was going through a lot of changes, and unfortunately a couple of my team were made redundant, and then I had no one really who had that much faith in that song, so I gave it to The Wanted, and they smashed it, and it was great to see the song take on its own life, and it effectively kept me going, because after that I was dropped and then picked up by another record label, and then unfortunately 10 months down the line I dropped again. So I've certainly experienced the highs and the lows of the industry, but still haven't yet done it myself.
Well, you're close, you're still
Maybe
working
I'm being
at
greedy, but that's what I set out to do as a kid.
Absolutely.
And just because the songwriting's been great on the side, it still doesn't mean that I've got to where I want to be, and
Definitely. And how does it feel to kind of give away a song? Because I can imagine, writing it is all feelings and a lot of time you invest in that and energy, and then to give it away, how does that feel? Even though the success is amazing and you're part of it, but how does it feel to kind of give it away?
Yeah, it's easier when you've written a song that is going to be given away. But when there's a song that you really want for yourself, and like All Time Low, there was a point where I had to use my brain and was like, in order for me to carry on, I need to give this song away, and it's like giving a little child up. It's not like giving a little child up for adoption. That's far more serious.
Absolutely.
But it's a part of you, and it is, like you said, something that you've grafted over and put a lot of time and effort into. So
absolutely. And your first song, if I've got this right, when you were little, was it Frisbee? The first song that you wrote?
First song I wrote was called Frisbee.
That's so sweet.
Yeah, I think I was about 12, 13, and sung it to my friends in the park.
Did they like it?
They did, yeah. I made the girls cry.
Did you? That's a good.
They were probably just like,
stop it!
This is awful. Yeah.
And Alicia said, in her opinion, she felt that Blink could be a hit song. Is that your actual goal, to write a song and perform it, and for it to be a hit? Is that what you set out to do? Because you say you're not quite there yet, so would that be what you want?
It's really as simple as that. And my dream is no different, other than the line of work. My dream is no different to millions of people out there, the other contestants on Britain's Got Talent, and I do think it would be unfair that that I'd be criticised just because I've written for people. It's like, great, but it's still so that means I should just give up and just not do it? No, shut up.
See, I thought that as well. I thought, you know, because I read that some people may have suggested that you may be at an unfair advantage because you've done the songwriting, you know. You may have some celebrity friends already, but in my
It's like
opinion...
professional football, isn't
yeah,
it?
I don't feel, because we see these shows, we see people coming back time and time again, which in my opinion, I don't feel you're at an unfair advantage. But how does that make you kind of feel that people may say, oh, you've written for One Direction, you must have a little bit of success, or you've written for Wanted?
You know, it was expected, and I think it is something that should be addressed. It's not something that I'm going to, you know, shy away from talking about. I don't know. You know, I expected it before I did the show.
Right.
You know, it was something that I was aware could potentially crop up, and it has. But I think the majority of people are just seeing it for what it is, and that is just, you know, someone who's really, really, really worked their backside off to try and get something that they still haven't quite got. And there's nothing wrong with that.
No, there isn't at all.
And if the songs aren't, at the end of the day, if the songs aren't good enough, and if the public aren't liking what they're hearing, then they'll let me know. And then I'll go, cool, my time's over. Thank you for listening, you know. But until then, till I get that big thumbs down, I'm not going to stop going.
And Mr. Simon Cowell was absent from your audition. Did you feel like it was less pressure, or were you a bit disappointed you didn't get to see you perform on that day?
When I found out he wasn't going to be there, I was like,
yes!
I was
honest?
Well, no, I was, because I was like, okay, cool. That's one less judge, and not only that, the scariest judge.
Yeah.
And then after it had gone well and I got through, they were like, I was literally like, oh, it would have been quite nice, actually, Simon. Obviously, you know, birth of his child was slightly more important.
Then some stuff going on there too.
Yeah, but no, it was good, you know. Hopefully he'll get to see,
Fingers crossed.
see some more of me. Yeah.
Fingers crossed. And finally, do you feel, Ed, you've got what it takes to win Britain's Got Talent?
Do you know what? I've always answered things very modestly, and I've got to say it because I think now is the time that I finally get my songs heard. Yeah, I do.
Well, good for you. Good for you. Congratulations for coming this far. Thank you for talking to me.
Thank you very much, Ophelia. Cheers.
Do you feel Ed has what it takes to win Britain's Got Talent? Stay tuned for more Britain's Got Talent info from me, Ophelia Dennis, for Unreality TV.